I'm going to tell the story about personal story, what I went through and what it took me to find masters. I used to be good in doing jewelry, but I was never detailed work, so I needed to learn. I made a choice to look for master. My first master was accidental. I didn't know that he was my master until I finished and I left his place. I realized that I learned so much with him, and he was amazing master jeweler that was able to teach me all the skills that I needed to attain. So the first master was all about handwork. Everything was ground up, built everything by hand, all the wires, all the settings, all the melting gold, all the soldering, all the sewing, all the filing, everything was done by putting your handwork into it. And like how it comes together, you have to think ahead of time, plan in your mind the sizes, the width, the length, when it comes all together, how it's gonna look. So this was something I learned, I attained from him, and I still use it until today. I'm so glad I did that with him. It was so hard. Going and working for a master, it's really, really difficult. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about how you're gonna go through this. So that was my first one. The second one was a little bit after when I finished number one. And my number two master, he was a person where he had worked like maybe 7 different countries in all these big companies, and that he learned many skills through all those companies. This guy was amazing. This guy was, when his hand was like a magician. He was like so fast. He knew how to make things multiple ways, using hand tools, using motor tools, using little fresa, or using little filings, and this was amazing. There was so much to learn. I was like completely confused. Like when I got there, I was like, I thought I knew how to do some things, but like watch him and I do it, he'll turn like, wow, you're good, you're doing good. And I'm like, oh my God, what? I don't think so. By looking at you, I need so much. But I remember doing 1.5 years there, worked really hard. I learned so much, but I wanted something more, some like to learn more. So I found this through networking. I found this guy that was amazing jeweler. So I wanted to go learn from him a little bit. I did go. So I used to do till 6-7 o'clock, and then from there go learn, do a few hours every night, so I can attain this other information, the other skill set. It's amazing. Each one is a different skill set in the skill set, right? That's something you guys gonna experience, and it's incredible. So I used to go and then do it, and then this guy was amazing. By meaning amazing means like, I remember hearing this word, a hair this way, a hair that way. It became my mantra, and I use this all the time. And this described being such a detailed person, detailed work. A hair this way, hair that way means doing the detail work. When two things come together, there's always gonna be a hair opening this way or that way. The way you explain this is by saying, do a little bit hair this way, little that way. That's what I learned there. And I learned my hand became very clean and really detail oriented. So I went through these three mentors, and so after I finished my 3 mentors, I started self-educating my new skills that I learned throughout the years with these people that I really highly respected and learned from them. That was what it came to me. That's what I did. I was very young. I opened my own small manufacturing. I was in my early 20s. I don't remember if it was 20 years old, 21 years old. Me and my brother, we went on and opened a small shop. We started doing some work for people. It was an easy time. It was a difficult time, but I was able to teach myself all the skills that I learned from them. I remember the day that I told myself, wow, I'm like really good now, was maybe 8 to 10 years out, the day that I started doing by myself. But I was able to do that because I've learned so much from these 3 people that I admired and learned from them. And that's what it takes. You guys have to first go through finding mentor, learning from them, and go through your own journey. I call this organized journey. This is not just, that kind of journey. Don't overthink, just pull the trigger means just go ahead and do it. Sometimes we don't see the future, we don't understand what the future is going to bring, but we feel it, right? You feel it in your gut. And then when you feel that, you have to pull the trigger. You have to find out if that's going to work for you, if this is something that you're going to enjoy doing it. You have to pull the trigger and kind of go along with it and make sense afterward if it's good for you. There's a reason for you to work with masters. And then the reason is, I love this saying. I'm sure you guys always heard this saying. If you haven't, this is how it goes. It says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Means whoever you hang around with, you become the average of them. So if you start hanging around with these masters, people that gonna teach you so much, a lot, and then you're gonna become the average of them, and then that average is good place to be. That's why there's a really, really good reason for you guys to go and look for masters, and then this is the reasoning. And then when you do, you're gonna become the average of that person or those people, the environment and everything. So make sure you pay attention where you like inserting yourself in, and then what you're gonna go through, what you're gonna learn there, what you're gonna attain, what you're gonna understand. It's very, very important for you guys. This is the step that requires for you to attain this information. It's not mandatory to have 3 mentors. It could be only 1, it could be 2, it could be more than 3. 3 is the average of my recommendation. It could be 1, but the environment is very important. If the environment is good for you, for your understanding, for your comprehension, that would be enough for you to take that and then build over that in time. Remember, you become the average of who you hang around with. So next is have great attitude when you work with masters, and you must have it. When you're looking for master, you have to understand that attitude, it has a lot to do with it. And if you can bring in your best and your good attitude, it's going to be beneficial for you and for that person that wants to teach you. After all, you're going to take a lot of his time, his attention, his focus out of what he's doing, it's important for him to teach you and take you and spend time with you, and have always good attitude towards this. How they say strike gold, but you will strike something amazing, and if you didn't, you have to recognize it and then find one that it's important. So I do remember that I went through that exact emotion, because I thought I found places where I was gonna learn a lot from them, but being there for 3-4 hours, I immediately realized that this is not what I want to learn. This is not it. And then when you see that, I literally looked, and the guy looked at me and he saw my face. He was like, oh, so you're not feeling good here, you're not comfortable here. I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. So I literally got up and I said, thank you. I left, and I kept on looking, and a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I remember finding this other, I think it was my second mentor. Remember finding him and then go, and I stayed there for 1.5 years. And I remember doing 90, 100 hours a week working for him with very low wages, and I did not care. What I cared was learning from him. So yes, you're probably gonna go through something like this, and then remember, at this stage you're looking, and then hopefully this will help you kind of know what you're looking for. So one other thing is, like, when you're looking for mentor, look for the environment, the place, the person where you're gonna learn a lot of detailed work from that person. Maybe like, you can ask that person a few questions about what kind of work they do, what kind of detailed work they do, because you want to learn. And then be patient when you're doing this. Don't show any signs of frustration or not being too happy. Find out if that's the right thing for you, and then if it is, then maybe you want to give yourself a chance, a few hours a day, until you see that this is what you're after, and then you go ahead and do that. So by looking for a mentor, if you do find it, if you agree on doing that kind of work that you want to learn, is you have to be committed to it, and you should not make any excuses. Stay committed, and then when you promise that person you're going to be there every day, be there every day. Get there in the mornings, leave at night, and be committed. That's very important for you to have a pre-understanding what it's going to take for you or that person to teach you the skills that you want to learn. When you commit to a new mentor, remember you have to get up every morning, go to work, stay late. When you're done, do it over and over and over again. If they ask you to do more hours, if they ask you to do anything more, be always ready to say yes and then do it. You kind of have to give up on a lot of your habits, your daily things that you were used to doing it before. You kind of have to give up on those, and then always be committed, always be ready to go, and then be there for them, because they are being there for you as much as think otherwise, but that's the truth. You're taking all their time and their focus out of their day. You have to do likewise. You have to be there for them also. So remember to know this, and then to be understanding this part. Next is you have to start learning about you, especially when after committing to a mentor, you're gonna have knowledge from before. Now you're gonna start attaining new knowledge, and then you have to start knowing more and retaining all this knowledge and more things that you're learning. You have to understand this is what's happening to you and make sense of it. So always keep up with your self-awareness and see how much you learn and how much you have to still learn, and then be present all the time. So when this is happening, you're becoming somewhat more awakened, more intelligent. And what happens at this point is sometimes people around us, they start noticing your changes, and then be aware of that. And then when that is happening, don't be confrontational, be humble. And sometimes they don't understand what is going on because you're learning new skill, new things rapidly. And then when that happens, you change, your thinking changes, your way of explaining things change. And then when that happens, don't put them down, don't argue, don't be confrontational, be humble, because you're changing now. Be aware of it, and that will help you tremendously. So one other thing is you have to always remain present. Also think about 10 years out, the possibilities that you're going to be attaining from learning these new skills that you're putting in, inserting yourself in. Overcome your adversities, all the bad thoughts that we have in our minds and experiences that we have. Overcome all those, and then stay focused, stay true, and then start learning your new skills. That would be what you have to focus on, and stay focused, do it. Stay focused even if the future is not clear. It would be clear after you attain all your skill set. And then always pay attention about different kind of personalities, different kind of people, and I'm pretty sure you understand yourself already. And then make sure that person's personality and belief system and methodology gonna resonate with you. And if you can find that, which you should look for it, that would really help you to resonate with this person, and then be able to listen to him more and then understand what he's saying. It gets easier. So when you're looking for a master, look for that also. Make sure you resonate with this person, and then when you find that, you have to trust this person, and you have to just listen to him and try everything she's telling you to do. And that's going to be a lot easier for you to attain your new sets of skills. And whatever you're doing, always remember, after finding the mentor, commit to the action, commit to the process. After all, we learn from committing and going through the process. And also, don't be afraid of your pivotal point. If you don't take the action, you're going to become failure in your eyes. So failure is something that we do mentally, and then we put belief system in ourselves. So be aware of that, and you have to take action so you don't have to see yourself in that manner. So remember, we hear a lot of things from a lot of people. It's like it's not what people think, it's what you're doing. You have to always pay attention what you're doing, what is important to you, and then go after it. Watch yourself, who's giving you the advice that you're getting from. Sometimes those people are very dear to us or to you, and you have to be always careful, measure your advices that you're getting, if it's correlate with what you want to learn, who you're looking for, and what kind of person you're looking for. Sometimes you're gonna find those things that you're looking for is a little bit out of your imagination, out of your thinking. You know, the other place, this other person that you're not aware that it could be in that place, what you're looking for. So be open-minded and look for it. Whatever you're looking for, you're gonna find it. Be clear to yourself and look for that, and then you will find it. Sometimes you will find it in places where we don't think it's gonna exist. So the reason we're looking for master is to get skill set and follow our dreams. And then our dreams are what we want to be, where we want to get to, and then remember that, and then look for mentors accordingly. So by looking for master, basically you're gonna insert yourself in a high-skilled environment. And high-skilled environments are typically very intensity, high-pressure places. People have high expectations in that kind of environment. So you have to understand that you're pretty much inserting yourself into that kind of environment. So be aware of it. This is like awareness. So you become part of your environment, right? And this is what's going to happen to you. Be aware of this. So at this time, when you're looking for master, if you found it and you started doing the work that you start having passion about, and remember, you're not gonna get paid a lot of money. If you need something more than you want to have, it should wait. You shouldn't pursue it, and you should look for a second side job if you need more money to take care of you and family. But you shouldn't give up to the idea and the dream of learning from great masters, because this is where you're going to become better version of yourself, better person. And also anything nice that you want to have should wait. You shouldn't go after anything nice at this stage. This stage is very, very crucial, very important for you to stay focused, and then go after and then learn the skills. Once you learn the skills, then all those things will come to you easily. As long as you work hard, as long as you put your time, as long as you stay focused on what you're doing, then it becomes easy. Otherwise, never easy. So if you're not finding a mentor, don't give up. Always look for it. You will find that person willing to take you under their arms. There are a lot of people out there willing to teach, willing to give their time, and you will find it. As long as you're looking for it, you will find whatever you're looking for. And what happens is sometimes when we want to do something other than what we're used to doing, and then people are used to seeing us do it, is they will start telling you not to do that. And then they probably mean well, but remember, you hold the pen of your future. You write your future. You are the author of your future. So stay true to yourself, write your future, follow the dream. You will find that mentor, you will learn the skill set, and you will become the skill set person that you always want to be, that you're pursuing. When you're looking for a mentor, look the quality in that person where they're true entrepreneurs. Those guys are the genuine entrepreneurs. They are the true blazers, and when there is no road, they will make their own road. They will carve one, and then they will build to get to their skill set. And then it's good for you to look for that kind of person, find that quality in the person, and then learn from them. Those are the most cherished ones for me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time again. And please, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, the like button. Follow us on social media, and please leave comment and feedback. We appreciate that. And subscribe and share our videos.